In this discussion, we assume that our steel sample is already heated and is at temperature above 723 degrees Celsius and lying in upper orange strip of the diagram. Now, as the sample is in the orange region at point A, so its microstructure is initially austenite. Now we will start cooling our sample at point A and start decreasing its temperature along path AE shown by this arrow. The cooling rate along its arrow is 10 degrees Celsius 10 degrees Celsius per second. As we start cooling from point A, we will reach to point B moving along this arrow. As point B is lying in orange region, so the microstructure at the point B will be austenite. Now moving further along arrow, we will reach to point C. As point C lies on first C curve, so transformation of austenite to perlite starts at point C. Between point C and D, microstructure is mixture of austenite and perlite. Because this region lies between the two C curves. At point D, the complete transformation of austenite to perlite is completed, and moving further along arrow, we will enter into perlite region, and it is shown by red color region in the diagram. And finally the arrow ends at point E, and the point E lies in Corres perlite region. So final microstructure will be Corres perlite, and this process is called annealing. If we increase cooling rate to 50 degrees Celsius per second and go along arrow AH starting from point A, the same procedure you can follow as told in earlier case to find out various microstructure at different point of time obtained. Okay, the final microstructure obtained in this case will be very fine perlite because end of arrow, that is the point H, lies in purple color region as shown here. The process is called normalizing. This process is called normalizing. Now, if we increase cooling rate further to 350 degrees Celsius per second, then we will start moving along this arrow AP, starting from A and moving to end of arrow to the point P. We will have we will hear while moving, we are just skipping the nose of the TTT diagram at point I. We are not touching the nose of C curve here, so perlite will not form in this case. Okay, encounter austenite phase between all the points lying between A and J. That is, we will encounter austenite phase between all the points lying between the point A and J, because the portion of the line between that is between A and J is lying in the orange color region on the arrow, and at point J the austenite will starts converting into martensite, and between J and Q all the microstructure will be mixture of martensite and austenite. On cooling further, we will reach at point Q marked by end of the austenite conversion to martensite, and we will enter into the bottom strip moving further along the arrow and reach into the martensite region. So the final microstructure will be martensite. This process is called quenching. As cooling rate is very high, as I has 350 degrees Celsius per second. Okay, as here we do not enter into the nose of the TTT diagram, so perlite is not formed, and this cooling rate along the line AP is called critical cooling rate, because by adopting this cooling rate we will not enter into the C curve and perlite will not form from martensite. Similarly, we can find out the various phases obtained while cooling the sample from point A to point N along AN. Also, when we cool steel along AE, AH, AP and AN, then up to point C, F, I, J and L respectively, there is no change in microstructure of the steel. The microstructure up to these points was austenite. So this time period corresponding to the point C, F, I, J and L is called as the incubation period, because at all these points transformation of the austenite to some other phase is going to start. So this was all for today's topic, and friends, if you like my video you can subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon for the notification of the upcoming video.